Okay. It's been a little while. There are many mysteries to continue discovering, and I can't remember half of them, I'm sure. Um,
So, highly recommend you start by reviewing your ship log.
yes. That will be a good place to start. Yes. One thing I know I wanted to do is try and find one of the projection stones. I think it was on the moon of the main planet. Timber Hearth. Whatever the name of that.
The Addle Rock.
That one. Oh, I should also do that quickly. Now you can see where I'm looking.
There you go.
There. And I would be interested to have a more thorough look around Timber Hearth generally now that I know a good bit more about how the universe works. But not today. Or at least that is not this cycle. Putting this on before I have a chance to forget and die. Sun Station will be fun. Why that order? Whatever.
That's the order you looked at them in, I believe.
Okay. It's a fun little tangled mess. 6th location. Still more to find in the Quantum Caves.
Yes, last time you were there, the sand had covered the rock.
Yeah.
So you visited the location but didn't do anything there.
Yep, I want to mark that one. Grove. Quantum Trials. Tower of Quantum Knowledge is the one in the black hole, which is
Yes,
inaccessible.
Brittle Hollow.
Brittle Hollow.
Yes. Yeah, well, you say inaccessible. It is possible to do a gravity slingshot around the black hole and get high enough to hit it, but you have to be
No, thank you.
Careful with the timing.
No, thank you. 6th location I want to figure out eventually. I appreciate the quality of the image and how far in I can zoom.
Yes.
I don't remember that rock structure around it, but that might just be because it's dark and hard to see.
Yeah. Also, you see where the airlocks are on the top and bottom of the tube from your current perspective. You approach it from the one that's on the opposite side to the ice shards. So
Yeah,
the curve is hidden behind the structure of the station.
yeah. Is there anything worth exploring in that, or is it just?
Not really. Nah, it's like unless you want to look at some interesting ice textures, it's just a hunk of space rock.
It's a hunk of space rock with interesting architecture. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
Ashton Towers is definitely worth investigating.
Yeah, there was also a couple of spots in the Sunless City you haven't. Yeah, a couple of spots in the Sunless City that you haven't visited yet.
Yeah, not surprised.
Yeah. Old settlement on Brittle Hollow is not currently marked as nothing to explore here, but there was a couple of things that you didn't see that just didn't generate log entries.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go to Dark Bramble at some point. It's amazing how long it feels like I've been exploring this place, and I've barely touched Brittle Hollow, and I haven't been to Dark Bramble.
Mm.
1 and 3 still need to find. The vessel itself would be interesting to find. That's going to be the heart of Dark Bramble. That's...
Yes. Yeah, so you recalled the shuttle from the Interloper, but you haven't visited it while it is on the Interloper, which will fill out the rest of the ship log.
Yep. I do believe time is paused while I'm in the ship. While I'm
Yes.
looking at the ship log, which is helpful.
Yes.
Otherwise, I could quite easily while away the entire cycle doing this.
Yes.
Gravity cannon is fun. Yes, I would like to investigate those. Probe cannon, which went kablooey.
Yep. Probe tracking modules whereabouts still unknown. Oh, and actually, I do actually have an answer from your question from before. The probe tracking module is not actually animated. It is at its final location from the beginning of the game. It's just hidden on the other side of the probe launcher, so you don't notice.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case. Because I don't know how to get into the thing, but brute force is not the way, so presumably just hurl the thing at the planet and hope is probably not going to be the way they do it. Especially since it's pointing in a randomized direction each time.
Yes, that would be very annoying to try and get to line up. Not to mention that everything is on a polar coordinate system instead of grid at right angles, which makes everything so much harder to work with.
Yep, absolutely it does.
And not even just polar coordinate system, everything's on like nesting polar coordinate systems, because you've got the solar system and then you've got each of the planets.
I like that spiraling in.
Yes. The spiral of knowledge.
Yes. Spiral of insanity as I try and figure this all out. Anyway, where do I want to go first? The thing that I've already marked on my HUD, which is the Quantum Caves.
On Ember Twin.
Yes. I found a strange rock shard. Moves when I'm not watching it. No, I just detected a quantum signal coming from somewhere on the old rust.
And away we go.
Hi, satellites. Might as well hit the autopilot. This looks like a likely spot.
Yeah, that's a pretty good landing spot.
Why can't I just have a little patch of moss sitting inside the helmet and give me infinite air?
Yes.
The tunnel.
Friends, if you find any sign of Coleus, I implore you to tell me. He vanished without a trace during our research trip, and has been missing ever since. Milore, some of us from the Sunless City are here to help search for Coleus. Can you tell us more about your expedition? You have my gratitude, Burr. Coleus and I were studying the cave's geology. We hoped to learn more about a unique and wandering rock that visits several different caves in the area. Where was young Coleus lost, Malore? He disappeared in the cave at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole. It happened in an instant, and without warning.
Disappeared in the cave at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole.
I turned away from Coleus to examine a sample, and when I turned back, he simply wasn't there anymore. He had a limited supply of air, Anona. I'm afraid for him. Hypothesis. We will learn more by examining the northern lake bed cave where Coleus disappeared. Search quickly, everyone. We have no time to squander.
I do. Hi. There you are. Curious. I'm not too far from the Northern Pole. I'm curious about. Where are you? Find hole. Oh, it would help if I'm on the right set of frequencies. Ugh. Where does that put it? Pretty much directly opposite, more or less. I'm going to go through this way because it seems interesting. It seems like way out. That is indeed interesting. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to catch that. Good to know it comes right over here, though. Pretty close to the start, but still plenty enough time to get there.
So Church Camp is at the exact North Pole. That pillar there.
It is. Oh. It's easy. Get some oxygen. What just happened?
You put out your signal scope?
Yeah, I did. I thought the time just skipped briefly. Oh, just me.
Goodness, it's you. Hello. I think your first launch went well then. Welcome to the Hourglass Twins. Mind the sand now.
What are you up to?
Hornfeld asked me to update our star charts, so I'm out here observing. This is one of the best places in the solar system to spot astronomical events, you know.
Yeah, I did know.
What's weird is I've actually seen a couple of supernovae today. Usually I'd be fortunate to see just one. Keep an eye or four on the stars, and maybe you'll spot one yourself. Tell me, what can I do for you?
Any of these I haven't gone through?
I found something, might have some more options now. You might have seen all of these already.
I don't know that I've realized. I don't remember what he said about that, so I'm going to explore it.
Yep.
Something
That's
about
fascinating.
the notes on the thing.
It might interest you to know the existence of an additional planet is entirely plausible if you look at the physics of our solar system. We'll just have to be incredibly far out there, farther than Harpian ships would be able to travel.
Yeah.
And honestly, we don't know all that much about what's out there. The farther you go, the less we know. As such, it's well within the realm of possibility that such a planet exists.
Something. So the Nomad writing about Hidden Planet. Also found Nomad writing about the Quantum Moon.
Oh yes, everyone loves a good mystery, don't they? Who wouldn't wonder about a moon that's sometimes there and sometimes not? I've observed a quantum moon orbiting each of the 5 planets, but sometimes it quite simply disappears from the sky altogether. Maybe there's another place it travels to. Unfortunately, if there is, I've never seen it. Perhaps if I take a closer look at these star charts.
Yes, look at those star charts. Just pay attention to those star charts, ignore everything else. That's definitely the way to go. View. Alright. Dry Lake Bed at the northern pole. Ow. Dry is relative. I like that one. Alright, can I get to wherever that thing currently is?
Oh, some fun details down there, which you just skipped over because it's a little bit dark right now. There's fossils and such in the walls because this is a dry lake bed. If you look behind you,
Behind being relative to where?
you were looking right at it. Opposite
yeah.
where your scout just was.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah, and there's some fossilized plants and stuff around the area as well.
No. There, so that when the hi. It likes doing that.
Yes. Coleus is missing. He vanished from the lakebed cave, the one at the bottom of the dry lakebed at the North Pole, several days ago, and we're unable to find any trace of him. I don't know how much hair he had when he disappeared. I beg any friend reading this, help us recover Coleus.
Lakebed cave, bottom of the dry lakebed. So I'm gonna have to get right there immediately. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. It's lower than this. I don't recall how close to the bottom it is.
Yeah, the sand is below me.
This rock is very familiar. Did you travel here, my sedimentary friend? Because your unique color and texture appears identical to a rock I met earlier.
I don't think that thing's sedimentary. I think it's definitely an igneous rock, if anything.
Wasn't this same rock fragment in the cave we found at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole? We plan to re-examine the Northern Lakebed cave. Maybe our friendly rock will meet us down there.
Subtle.
An update. Malore and I went back to the Lakebed cave and observed this rock again. Sometimes it's there, and sometimes it isn't. That means this rock wanders like the Quantum Moon does. How curious.
It's curious indeed. Aye. Ooh. So where's my scout? Down there.
So that's the first location you saw it at?
This is...
And that would be the other one. Well, except you looked away from it, and it moved back again. That's the Quantum Cave. And that's the third location.
That's still at the third location?
Oop. Actually, that might be a fourth location.
Yes, I think it is.
But it will only stay in place if the rock is visible in the frame of the image. And due to reduced processing loads, quantum objects get locked in place even if you're observing them through solid terrain. So if you're looking at where the signal is coming from, it won't move, even if everything else would make it happen.
I think there are some quantum spikes as well, frankly. The controls on the Scout are not terribly interesting.
Yeah, if you use a gamepad, it's the D-pad instead of the number keys.
Yes, I should probably change to that at some point. Anyway, none of this is helping me, because I do have at least some idea of where it should be.
Yeah, sand might be low enough that you can get down there, but I'm not sure. You'll have to take a look. Because yeah, it hasn't filled that up yet, so you may still be able to. Yeah, I don't remember if it was on this ring or lower down.
I'm kind of inclined to assume it's lower down.
So, in that case, you could meditate to start a new loop faster, or if there's anything else you want to take a look at.
Probably is. Let's get back to my ship if I'm able to do that quickly. Given the Interloper is still fairly close. Ow! I want to see if I can catch up with it. Ooh. Don't worry. But I can try. Not you. You can do it.
Yeah, you may want to restart autopilot.
Why?
Oh. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, because if it can't get to it by making a straight line, then it'll stop it once it's matched velocity.
Really? No gravity? Zero friction ice. Oh, using thrusters to move around on it. Very nice. Very pretty.
Yes.
Hello. Yep.
This is troublesome. It seems the comet wishes to submerge our shuttle in ice. If we stay on the surface too long, the shuttle may freeze entirely. Even if it did, couldn't someone call it back home to the gravity cannon on Embertwin? Yes, but the exploration of the comet would be more difficult if we were without the shuttle until someone recalled it. Perhaps we shouldn't have landed on the dark side of the comet. Suppose one of us remained in the shuttle to keep it warm and continue monitoring the surface. This would be wise, I think. Clary. If you don't mind waiting here with it, Poke and I can continue to investigate the surface.
That's definitely a good idea, yes. Oh, wow. Quite a way out already.
Yeah, and there's the white hole.
Yep. Now, what is there to find on this place?
So, if you check your ship log, you can review what you discovered by calling the shuttle back.
Yes, I think I shall. Although the sound seems quite different being on there. Is that a new thing? I'm surprised it didn't give me anything new for landing on the interloper.
But bottom right, and down further.
Yes.
Yep. And it did actually. It filled out another entry on the Nomai shuttle, but because it didn't create a new node, it didn't do an animation.
It should have had an extra node. Almost completely encased in ice, Nomai landed on the interloper not long after its arrival in the system. Shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. 3 Nomai aboard, one of them stayed behind to keep shuttle there. I lost contact with the other 2 after they descended below the interloper's surface. So I need to find a way below the interloper's surface. Located a fissure in the ice on the interloper's sunward side. Yeah, let's just repetition some of the same stuff. Well, that's definitely where the last escape pod is. Getting real close to that thing. Well, not the point. Oh, my ship was shifting for a second there. So, fissure in the ice on the sunward side is there. Oop, I'm properly in orbit. Doesn't take much when you've got 0.3 gravity. Next question is, how do I get below the surface? Is it possible to reasonably get below the surface?
Do you want an answer to that question?
If the answer is no, then I want the answer. If the answer is not no, then I want to find it myself, presumably. The answer might well be, I need to wait until I'm closer to the sun, or rather, I need to come back quickly enough that it's close to the sun. Might also need to recall the shuttle and then land on it so that I can pull the thing out of place.
Yeah, I will say I do think that it's going to make at least one more pass close to the sun this loop.
It might be all. Ooh, going right past Dark Bramble. Okay, this close to it before. Willingly. There's nothing at the north and south poles of this one, are there?
I don't believe so. One moment.
The sunward and sunward and leeward sides, realistically. Whoa. Sorry, what?
Pretty strong gravitational pull from, I believe that's Giant's Deep.
Correct.
Yeah, and as mentioned, to maintain scale and stuff, gravity scales weirdly, so it's much stronger closer to objects, but falls off considerably faster. So you're completely fine until you get within its threshold, and then it just picks you up.
Yes, kinda noticed that. I don't want to be.
You can get a speed boost by firing your scout in the opposite direction, because physics.
Oop. No, I just want to go the conventional way.
Yes.
And not be gravity slingshot again by another planet.
Hey, at least you're still in orbit and not falling into the sun. I spoke too soon.
Hi. Okay, I want to try that again a little bit faster, focusing on the interloper, and not take off.
Right. So do you want to go to the Lakebed Cave or the interloper first?
Lakebed Cave first. Because that one actually matters where in the cycle I am. Interloper, I apparently have 2 shots at it. And up we go. Huh. I have the torch already, but no other part of the controls itself.
Yeah. So I actually believe the interloper makes free orbits during the course of the loop. So
yeah, probably. Given how quick that was, that checks out. Please don't crash me into Ash Twin.
yeah, autopilot is useful, but it's not very smart.
Yeah, that's fair. That's gonna... Oh, that did not quite hurt. Yes, I know this is probably a stupid idea. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, this is fine. I mean, you've got a tractor beam to get into your ship. Who cares if it's on an angle?
My main concern is getting out again.
Yes.
Yes, definitely would not have been able to get down here.
Right, yes.
Already flowing in. Whoa. Physics.
Yeet Cave.
Yeet Cave.
And River of Sand.
Oh, gonna get completely stuck here. Thank you very much. I'm very close to the pole. I think it goes down a little while. Yeah, I can get through that safely, I'm sure. This is the way to go, right?
Yeah.
It's just a one-way way to go. Probably not that way. Oh, I'm in Quantum Land.
Yes. It took you figured that out significantly faster than I did. Yeah, I was stuck down here for a while trying to figure out this maze.
Alright, where do I want to go? Nope, you're not going to let me. What target you am I? Are you? Fine, don't. I'm going to assume I want to go to the North Pole as best as possible. No, I'm going to assume I want to go here. Clee. Hello, friend. Ooh, pretty music. Thunk. Stay. Ooh, what's that do? Let's read this first.
If you've come here to look for Coleus, this is where we were when he vanished. He's been missing for 2 days now. What happened before Coleus disappeared? We were examining the different rocks. I recall Coleus standing on the largest one, the Wandering Rock. I was taking notes, and then my lantern died. When I lit it again, Coleus and the rock were both gone. Your strange
Ugh.
Wandering Rock friend is here, though Coleus isn't.
Of course, I can turn my flashlight off. How did I not think of that until now?
Gorlius and I observed this unusual-looking rock shard and several smaller rocks in at least 2 other caverns. I'm unsure if this is relevant.
Of course it's relevant. There's no other bits, there's a couple of unfortunates. So this is going to turn the lights off. And suddenly I'm in a different location.
Yes.
Is this one that
you have not been here yet.
I'm assuming it's semi-scripted, so the first time you go to each prominent location, it forces the rock there. Bye-bye.
It's possible, but I don't actually know.
Well,
Curious.
The first time I went to each of the previous locations with the writing scrolls, the rock was there when I arrived. When I got to the cave just then, the rock was there when I arrived. The first place it goes when I turn the light off, it's here, where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. It's possible.
Anyway.
How curious. This rock took me with it to a new location. I wonder why this happened. Curious, but also alarming. This new cave appears to lack an entrance or exit. Also, the rock that brought me here disappeared while I wasn't watching.
Yeah, it does that.
The Wandering Rock has returned. Never before have I been so delighted to see a sedimentary specimen.
It's not sedimentary. Also, the time it took you to turn around, write this thing, it's gone now.
I wonder if I myself became quantum briefly when the rock carried me here. This seems the clearest explanation. Hypothesis. If the rock can bring me here, it can also carry me out. My hypothesis was correct. I can travel on this rock as long as I'm not observing my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. I'm going to bring my mentor here to see this. Malore is here now too. We theorize when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to act as an observer, explaining the need for darkness, the being can become entangled with that quantum object and they move together. Friends, Gorlius has discovered a new quantum rule. He's also promised me he'll never vanish again, even if he does learn something useful from it.
Fine. This is here again. Ooh. Somewhere again new, or?
Yeah, that was the first cave you visited.
Excellent.
If you do want to go back to the Lakebed Cave, there was one more thing there that you didn't see.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Get on it. Is this Lakebed Cave?
Look up. Yes. So, yeah, there you go.
Hi. You?
Quantum objects.
Well, you're not emitting quantum. You're not emitting that. You're not emitting that. Hi.
Yes, the tendency for objects near quantum rocks to
Oh, and
themselves
that's
become
also
quantum.
two
Yes.
weirdnesses.
Yes, that's it. Also, very frequently someone will be looking around this area trying to figure out what happened, turn around, and there's a Nomai skeleton directly behind them. Very amusing.
For you.
Yes.
Come on, animate again.
Yeah, it also helps that the standing version is fairly rare. Like, most of the time they just move the piles around. Then
Yeah,
every
'cause
now and then...
If you're not looking for them, you miss that really easily. Just, yeah,
Yes.
just, I'll get to that later. It's just, yep, it's over here.
Yeah.
No, it was over there, not there. I must say, uh, I'm impressed the Switch still works despite the fact that it moves completely.
Wireless technology.
Oh yeah. Now, question, am I able to get out of here? Wah. Yes, actually. Although it's probably not the fastest way out properly. Wah. This is the...
Yep, that's the one near the surface.
Have I explored down this way before?
Yes, that was the second entrance.
Right, yes. Okay, just a quick approach to the surface. Hi. Does this hurt?
Yes.
Not that badly. Let me see what I can do. Is this a warp station or a power collection?
That's the
The high energy one.
Yep.
Come on, son. I just get back to my ship.
Yeah, the warp transmitters are all on Ember Twin. Sorry, no, Ash Twin, and at the Whitehall station.
Noted. Yeah. What are you doing out here? Is this a new one?
Well, that is, I originally came out here to update our star charts. Now, though, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the stars. There are too many supernovae. Why are so many stars dying out? I've never seen anything like this. Frankly, I'm worried, and a little scared.
You should be. That's not what I wanted to do. I pressed Q, not E. Where's my ship? Is my ship functional? Yes, it is. Oh, wonderful.
And the sand helpfully righted it for you.
Yeah. Aren't you nice? Let's go through.
At least it didn't get crushed under an overhang and explode.
Whoop. Go! I have no idea if I'll make it in time for what I'm watching. Kinda doubt it. Also, sun big. That's more a matter of the sun got big, not the sun went boom.
Yes.
Oh well.
Yeah. I'd also recommend talking to Slate after you wake up, because there's a few extra messages after you've done a few things.
Alright. Hi.
There's our pilot ready at this beauty off the ground.
You know, you're lucky I'm in a time loop. Otherwise, you'd be super dead.
And you're lucky I don't have you grounded for medical reasons, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. The autopilot flew my ship directly into the sun.
What an exciting dream, did you?
Sure, let's go with that.
It's not exactly impossible for the autopilot to get you too close to the sun, but it's not like it'll try to take you there on purpose.
Sure.
Make sure the sun isn't between you and your destination when you engage autopilot, and you'll be fine.
Sure. It was one time. Maybe two. But I keep getting killed by ghost matter.
Not if you use your scout to detect it, you won't, you dumb idiot. Did you think I made that just so you could take pretty little pictures of trees? It has multiple uses. You do know you can use it as a light source, right? Stars above, please tell me you knew that.
I use that frequently. The sun's gonna go supernova, by the way.
Oh yeah, the observatory has an exhibit about that.
Yeah, the exhibit is mildly underestimating things.
Between you and me, I glossed over some of the finer details. Astrophysics is really more Hornfels' domain.
Yeah, I think Hornsfels is a little bit misinformed.
Me, I'm here for the rocket science and the marshmallows.
Yeah, can't fault you on that one. Have we done that first one?
I don't remember.
Because the ship is quite a death trap, you know?
Well, yeah, it's a death trap, but a really powerful death trap. What, you suddenly care about safety now?
Actually, ironically, I care about it less. On account of the whole time loop thing. Alright. Interloper is going to be making its way around. Also, wouldn't mind catching up with that one at some point. Although, on account of it not being on a ridiculous loop, I think I will be fine to just catch up with it after I've dealt with this. Assuming dealing with this doesn't kill me. Because that's never an assumption I should make.
But yeah, there shouldn't be anything that stops you from getting near the mapping satellite.
Get to that at some point. Anyway, now that the sun is not directly between me and my target, just a touch closer than I'd be comfortable, but not too bad.
Just a little bit of a gravity slingshot.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you are about to autopilot into something dangerous, you can abort it by just pressing X again.
Yeah. Get it nice and close. Yup.
Yeah, sometimes it stuffs up if the object you are trying to land on is moving towards you very quickly.
Put that on before I die. Alright, I'm going to assume that's all I need to do for now. I'm going to watch the ice as we slingshot close to the sun. I kind of want to turn that off, but I don't know how to do that safely.
The HUD?
The HUD, yes, and what is that?
Oh,
the quantum chaos
quantum.
mark.
Yeah, if you go to your ship log, you can turn off the indicator.
Yeah. I don't know how long I've got to do that, so it is not a priority. Because this is going to accelerate pretty rapidly towards the sun.
Yeah, the sun's gravity is following conventional physics to
Nice.
make sure the orbits all work properly.
Yeah, like that one.
Yes.
And it's about to pass nice and close by the Hourglass Twins. Is there a button to turn the heads-up display off? Turn the HUD off?
I don't recall.
I'm through! Whee! Yup! Don't go through that way.
Yeah, so just looked it up quickly. To turn off the HUD, you need to install a mod. Or not be wearing a spacesuit.
Which is, 90% of the time a bad move.
Yes. I'm receiving much stronger energy readings now that we're beneath the crust. Whatever it is must lie somewhere below, closer to the comet's center. And I'm starting to think it's more dangerous than we realized.
Really?
Clary, can you hear us? Yes, but your voices are faint. I fear we will lose communication entirely if you continue any deeper. Keep the shuttle warm for us, Clary. We'll return the moment we identify the source of the energy readings.
No, you won't.
I understand, but be cautious, both of you.
I think that's the best condition one of these has been in before. Also, I appreciate air. That just keeps going. Anyway, that path is safe at least. That one very much is not. Nope. And just for completion's sake. Also not. Geronimo.
Whee!
Ooh, pretty. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I know there's ghost matter detector nearby. It's not really a helpful observation from you. I'm going to have to slide down that, use the camera to then weave my way back and forth, avoiding the ghost matter, yes?
Yep.
Yep.
Almost at it.
Momentum is a wonderful thing.
Yes.
I love when these are really short and mostly involve menus.
Yes. Yeah. If you want to save a bit of time, you can wait at the campfire to move time along, or you can just head straight there and then wait for it to get close to the sun again.
Yeah? I mean, first thing I'll do is I'll go to ship log and deactivate the thing. Lakewood Cave, it's been filled out. What was the thing that I had marked?
The one you currently have marked is the Quantum Caves.
Remove HUD marker, because that is all fleshed out. I'm going to do that, but that requires me to get to the moon and then blink. Which there is a way to blink. It's turn off my torch.
Yes.
What I then want to do is... Here we go. So that's a fair thing to mark. Is the thingamabobs it? What is it? Interloper. Does the interloper have its own thing?
That's the bottom right corner. The subsurface energy readings. Or if you want to mark its position in space, if you go to map mode with C.
Is that fun?
Yep, and then go all the way to the right. I don't know if you can mark it from here. You can mark it from the map mode.
Yep. What hole? What is that?
That's the White Hole Station.
Okay.
Because the satellite, it's mounted in a ring track so that it can rotate, and then the ring is partially frozen over.
Yeah, okay. Haven't been stuck Ramble yet. It's fun. Holly's Lantern I haven't tried to land on yet. Quantum Moon. It's fun wherever it happens to be at any given time. Adelrock is the only one without a green mark on it. Does that mean I've discovered everything there is to get from there?
It means that you have read all of the log entries about it. Everything with the green marker, you've got a log entry but haven't read it yet.
Fair.
Which map mode is probably the fastest way to get rid of those markers, because you can just view entries and then scroll down the list.
Yeah, fair. Later. So I have somewhere to be. Let's not fling myself into the sun. It's generally
Yes,
an
that would be
advisable
helpful.
move.
Oh, one nice detail. Your ship does actually have a finite amount of fuel, but it's almost impossible to use up all of it before the loop ends. But as you go on, you'll see your fuel gauge starts at full and slowly gets emptier. Oh, there goes your landing camera.
Oh, that's a lot of red.
Oh yeah, your gravity crystal got taken out as well. You'll need to repair it from the outside though.
Yep, good thing I've got a bit of time. I just slammed real hard into the ground.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go, Ultra Systems. Completely destroyed it.
Yep.
Is that everything?
Let's take your readout. Wait, oh no, so your gravity crystal you can repair from inside.
That's nice.
And then you just your hole.
Okay, excellent. Now, where's that? Nope.
Wait.
Here. Alright.
Yeah, plenty of time. And down you go. Yeah, they've really done an incredible job at fitting so much stuff underneath the surfaces of everything, particularly with Ember Twin and the Interloper.
Yes, like, there's not much space in the Interloper. It is tiny, and it just keeps going. Helps that it's low gravity and ice, so you can have a very shallow slope and still have it work.
Yes.
Or to reverse my thrust, so I can. Oh. Oh. Hello. And zero gravity. You are now in core.
The spherical stone casing here seems to be the source of the energy readings. No, rather the source is what's within the stone. I'm detecting some form of exotic matter. The stone is muting our energy readings. They should be 10 times what we're seeing, at least. Pi, I don't think we want this matter interacting with us. As far as I can tell, direct contact with it would almost certainly be fatal. I've never encountered anything like this casing, but it's all that's protecting us from what's inside. Worse still, this matter is disturbingly volatile. Pi, whatever the matter inside the stone casing is, it's more than just profoundly unstable. It's under tons of pressure. Look at this density scan. I've never seen anything this tightly compacted before. What is this?
What did they do?
This is orders of magnitude worse than I'd imagined. If this stone were to rupture, the lethal matter within would rapidly expand, completely blanketing this star system almost instantaneously. And the pressure is still building as the comet approaches the star system.
Approaches the star system. So they must have landed on this well before it actually came into orbit.
Return to the shuttle right now. The rest of our friends need to know they're in terrible danger. Leave your equipment and run. What are you doing, Pi? The more we know about this alien matter, the better our chances of survival. I will learn what I can here. Go, warn the others. Maybe they can construct shelter somehow. Now, Poke!
Pretty safe, just need to make sure I don't go that way.
Yeah.
I think it's the only actual bit of ghost matter around. Also up there.
That's where you came from.
Shh! Oh, come on, mount on the surface, please. Stop orbiting the inside of a planet and land on something. Yeah, that's trippy.
Yeah.
Velocity. This is a very peculiar structure.
Mm.
Seems almost organic. Particularly that shell. It's very organic. course there would be no gravity landing on surfaces, because why would there be? Do not touch the ghost matter, that will kill me. Is there anything else to glean from in here?
No, that's everything. So do you understand everything in here?
The ghost matter arrived from outside the system, came encased in some kind of exotic matter shell that was containing it really quite nicely, frankly. Under tremendous pressure. Pressure grew as it got closer to the star and heated up, presumably. Exploded, dispersed the ghost matter throughout the system, and caused a bad time for a lot of things for quite a while, is my guess. And is presumably why all of the Nomai are dead.
Yep, that about sums it up. Yeah,
I
you
was
also
wondering why
noticed
all
that,
the Nomai were dead all over the place with no explanation as to why they hadn't taken shelter or anything, because they weren't given the chance.
yes, so the two Monomai that went in here to look at it, you'll notice the one that was sent to go warn everyone barely made it out of the hollow before the thing exploded and killed everyone.
Yeah.
So, yes, very much a bad time for a lot of people for a very long time, considering it's several thousand years later and there's still ghost matter everywhere.
And is covered in shards of the ghost matter.
Yeah, 1 moment.
Because it does evaporate, yes. I remember that comment. Yeah, I know this ghost matter. Yeah. Okay, good, that was the right way to go. Yeah, that's unhelpful. So run me out of fuel before I have a chance to get out of here alive. Like very much not to suffocate. Thank you. Air is at least viable. Go through the ghost matter. Alright, next question. Can I get out of here?
Check your map. Yeah, you should be able to get out of here, but there won't be much time left in the loop. So, up to you if you want to wait or if you want to just meditate and just start a fresh loop.
Probably. I want to at least try to get out. Okay. Stop. Moving so much. Okay.
There you go.
If only for the sake of proving it's possible, I wanted to get out.
Yes.
Oh, also, I should not take off right immediately, because I'm right against the sun.
Yes.
Speaking of... Yep, stop being weird about the camera. Where's the sun station? Oh, the sun station's been enveloped by the sun. That makes a lot of sense. Alright. In which case... Going to... do Where was the sun station? Yeah. Great. Map mode.
So, yeah, I don't think you can mark it from here, and I don't think you can mark it from the map. You might be able to mark it if you can see it, but it is currently
Enveloped
not in
in sun.
existence. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think you've got about 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, loads of time.
But yeah.
I want to get you. Might as well.
Yep.
It's quite a way off.
Yep.
Please don't crash into it, please don't crash into it, please don't crash into it. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I will tell you that recording there, that is part of the DLC pathway. The first part of which is the radio tower on Timberhalf. You can listen to it if you want to, but
I'll wait for later.
Yep.
Deep space satellite. Which I'm assuming is the frequency for a whole lot of interesting stuff, which is going to be the DLC.
Yep.
I can quite happily ignore that. Is that marking its current location? What was that? 230 degrees-ish?
Yep.
That'll make bottom point 360. Assuming that's counting the direction, I think. It is. Yeah, that checks out. About 30 degrees from due south. As far as that being a relevant way to describe directions in space is.
Yep. So, given you have limited time left, before you go, I do recommend to try just bumping into the satellite.
You said bump, right?
Yes. If you try opening your map now.
Map offline.
Yep. There's no satellite to make the map. It can't give you map data.
Yeah, fair. Let's start with repairing my own ship so that I have electrics. And come and see if I can repair this thing. Which is spinning wildly. Hmm.
Whee!
Oh, wow, that gave me a hit.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit difficult to try and get it back into a stable orbit.
Yep, fair. Where's my ship? Yeah, fair. I
Yeah.
gave it a pretty good whack there.
So, since we're and actually, while you're out here, if you want to get back up so you're in line with the plane of the solar system.
Oh, I've got damage to the ship still that I need to repair. I'd rather not have a damaged ship while I get blown up. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, which I believe the sun is currently beneath you, so...
Yeah. Oh, right, the map's offline.
Yeah. I meant staying at the outer edge without coming back in. You need to abort autopilot if you want to stop moving in.
Sorry, I didn't realise I'd engaged it. More momentum. I believe this way will take me in line. It's a little hard to tell without the map.
Yeah.
What are you trying to show me?
Well, there's a few interesting things you can do if you get far enough away. Because among other things, while supernovae are quite large, they're not infinite in size.
I think I'm about on the plane of it. Let's do that. Try and get as far away as I can. Which is kind of the opposite plan to what I had a minute ago, which was to ram headlong into the sun for maximum distance.
There is actually one thing that you can do out here, well, you can see out here that I unfortunately prevented from happening. Because the coordinate system of the game has you as 0 at all times, that prevents floating point errors. Unless you get far enough away from the solar system, in which case, looking at your map, everything is all jittery and wobbly because you're so far away that it's causing floating point errors.
Yeah, fair. Sorry, I'm wondering if I can turn the crosshair off.
I don't think you can, unfortunately.
Well, there anyway. Actually, while I'm here, you. There. Let's do that instead, so that it's actually usable.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh well, that's annoying.
And then you might want to pull your signal scope out. and look at the solar system. Outer Wilds frequency.
Oh, right, it's now over here. Very nice. And I'm still getting further away. Quite a decent clip. And away from the solar supernova.
Yeah, keep your signal scope out.
That's really sad.
Mm.
Also, I find it really interesting that it's just kind of killed me of its own accord. All right.
Well, I got time for probably one more loop.
Yeah. What have we got? Should probably go chat to him again at some point. Actually, I want to go. Good night. Hey, you got an achievement at least. Oh, great, this is going to be so depressing. 6. Sorry. Note to self. Invest in safety ledging on the launch platform. Alright. I will try and land on that, which I cannot see.
Yeah, it is on the same plane as the planets, which should give you a good starting point.
Yeah, I can get to it. I can get sight of it easily enough. Come on. At least. Yeah, that might work. Ah, right. I don't want to completely kill my momentum because that'll land me in the sun.
Yes.
Oh, that's toasty. You. Come on. Why won't you let me tag it?
Yeah. Yeah, that is one of the things that you cannot lock onto.
I was sure I had done.
Actually, you might be able to if you get close enough to it. You're going to have an easier time heading back the opposite direction instead of chasing after it, though, because of how fast it's orbiting.
Yeah, nope.
But
Toasty.
just a little bit.
And I've mildly lost the thing. It would have to be the first one available on the Ash Twin spiral, wouldn't it?
Well, you did on the murals you saw in the high energy lab. One of them was representing the sun.
Yes, I'm aware that it was there. More a matter of being able to actually access it. Wow. Nearly.
Yeah, trying to chase after it without falling out of orbit is very difficult.
I mean, orbital intercepts are not trivial. But I've done enough Kerbal Space Program to figure it out. And this is not the way to do it. Oh. Hi, Interloper. That's the point. Nope, I missed.
Just a little bit too close.
Yeah. You can have a lot of pictures of the sun here, for all of that. For all that teaches you.
Yes.
There were 2 pictures which weren't the sun.
So, since you know about the existence of the warp pad, I will tell you there is an achievement for landing on the sun station as opposed to warping there.
Yeah, I figured.
It is one of the hardest ones to obtain.
In which case, all the more reason for me to try and do it.
Yeah, it's not helped by the fact that it moves faster than you can thrust.
Orbit? No, just my current position. What? Almost.
Yep, it's pretty close.
Ooh. Get the Gone in 60 Seconds achievement by landing in the sun. I think you could do it.
Yeah.
Is that 35? advantage to this time. Yes, not being able to lock onto that, which I was sure I could.
Yeah, I know there is at least one lock-on point, but I think you have to be incredibly close to it for it to activate, and it may not be able to be triggered from your ship. You may have to be outside your ship to use it. I don't know how exactly they coded it.
I am, I think, in a safe orbit.
Just need to stop yourself from slingshotting.
And make sure I don't rotate in ways that aren't helpful. I hit it! New achievement, at least, for me. Even if it's not a Steam achievement.
Yeah. Did you get the achievement, or
No,
I didn't see
didn't.
it pop up. Yeah.
I didn't actually get the achievement proper, but I hit the thing. It's real.
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna put my suit on first.
So, are you going to make another attempt, or
I'm gonna
are you
make another
to...
attempt, and what's more, I'm going to try and match velocity with the sun, and see if I can get out of my ship and get out of my ship and lock onto it that way.
Yep.
I think I should be in a stable enough orbit.
Yep. So you do have the...
Yes?
Oh, I was saying you'd have the spacebar to match velocity, but you were using that already.
It's deep. Just check
Yep. You have been flung.
Yeah, so first priority is don't lose my ship. Given. Nope. That's not good. Yum.
Yeah. There is a lock-on point that you can use. You don't have to be outside of your ship, but you're only able to do it once you get close enough to it.
Yeah, right. Right.
Almost had it.
See if I remember how to do this properly. Oop, don't crash into interloper. Who even is the sun station at this point? Probably with the far side. Oh, right there.
Oh, here it comes. Whoop. You went right past it.
I noticed. I had other priorities at the time, but I noticed. I'll get you one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see why it's
Well,
a hard achievement.
yeah. So I'm going to have to call it there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
Oh well, I'll try that another day.
Yep.
Got any new insights for me? This time it wasn't the autopilot, to be fair. Marshmallow sounds like a good plan.
Yes.
Hmm.
Mhm. Oh, useful. The marshmallows restore a portion of your health depending on how well they are cooked.
Okay. So if they're
So
burnt, they're not good. But
yeah, so if you manage to perfectly toast a marshmallow, or like at least reasonably well toast it, it actually restores some of your health if you are injured.
I don't have it hard at the moment, so that doesn't tell me much. Anyway, this has been a very insightful few loops. And a
Yes.
very toasty few loops after that. I think I need to go play some more Kerbal Space Program and relearn how to make an orbital intercept in first person.
Yes.
Anyway, that's been fun. I look forward to continuing it again later.
Yes.
Alright.